Autism in Love. I have your website up on my screen right now. Tell me a little bit about what prompted you to start on this journey, Matt. Like, how did you come about the concept for the film?
Sure. Well, actually, the credit for the idea about asking the question about how people with autism fall in love goes to our executive producer, Ira Helville. He was actually interested in writing a book about how adults with autism fall in love. Carolina was one of his colleagues, and he turned to Carolina and said, hey, I need some help conducting research for what I think will be a book someday. Can you help me out? Well, as soon as Carolina started investigating a little bit, she realized there's really nothing out there about adults with autism, let alone how adults with autism fall in love. Yeah. So she turned to me quickly and said, you know, Carolina and I know each other from film school at the University of Central Florida. She said, Matt, I think there's a documentary in here. Yeah. Come help me out. That was 18 months ago, and the rest is history. So,
as they say. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like probably a lot of people, we didn't really know much about autism before getting started in this. I mean,
yeah, I mean, I think, you know, the extent of our knowledge was Rain Man and vaccines and the things you see on the news, and how is that different from anything else, which we thought for a long time was a deficit to our involvement in the project, but later realized it was actually a benefit, and we were really lucky because we were coming into it with a clean perspective and no agenda, but really to just investigate this topic and just immerse ourselves into this world and it's massive. Like, once you get in, you think you know something, it's just the tip of the iceberg. Yeah.
Well, I want to just take a moment to show a little bit of a clip from some of the footage that you've assembled so far. This is Autism in Love. Take a listen.
Love and autism. There was this one girl that I had a crush on. She really liked animals, and I tried to convey my feelings to her by acting like a cat, but I wasn't very good at that. Love is the most important thing to me. I've been wanting to find my soulmate for a very long time.
The point that I was most devastated by was the fact that he will never fall in love and get married. That's what you want for your child. You want your child to be happy.
People with autism have the same desires as neurotypical people. Not only do they want love, but they want children.
I want to be a mom. Of course, I want to get married. It's a work in progress, it's step by step.
I mean, I've never actually had like a real relationship. I don't even know what relationships are about.
What you've seen in the sizzle reel is something we actually put together in August of last year to help people understand the tone and scope of the project we wanted to put together. So there are actually more characters in the film than you've seen. But to keep some of those veiled, I'll be a little vague here by saying what's been most surprising to me is meeting people who ostensibly cannot communicate with the outside world. They need assisted technology to even say that they have to use the bathroom. And yet when you sit down and engage them in a deep way, they have a very profound and mass understanding of what it means to romantically connect with somebody else. They have very specific ideas, and moreover, they have very specific desires for their lives to connect and engage in that way.